Hi, my name is Seth Roberts. I am from the United States, and this is my third workshop visit to the temple. In fact, I've come back 3 times in about 7 or 8 months. So if that gives you an idea of how I feel about the experience here. I had my first workshop here back in February of this year, and as I said in a previous testimonial, it was life-changing. It was the most opening experience I could imagine having. And I went home from my first experience here and let my wife know about the amazing things that I had felt and seen and understood, and I wanted to come back with her. We actually had a vacation planned for several months, some beautiful Caribbean beach vacation, and we canceled it, and we came back here. I was back 6 weeks later with her because it was something I had to share with her. Everybody's journey is different, everybody's experience is different, but as a couple, the experience was immensely powerful for both of us, and very different than my first, beautiful in new ways. So after my first workshop, I felt that I had grown extremely. I had grown so much. I felt more at peace. I felt more connected to myself. I felt more connected to the planet. I felt more connected to other people. I felt my capacity for love and understanding and openness was exponentially enlarged. When I got back home, I was only home 6 weeks, so my return continued that process, almost uninterrupted, and felt as though that expansion continued, and I had no sense of being confused about what unfolded for me. But there was about 4 months that I spent at home between my second and third visits, and one thing that came to my mind was this concern that maybe the lessons that I'd learned and the peace that I had achieved and the sense of quiet and certainty that I had here weren't as strong as I imagined them to be. That really had more to do with this pace of my life out in my everyday existence. The demands of working and family and just keeping up in modern society. I felt still very calm and more centered and more happy and fulfilled than I had when I first arrived, but there is this sense of, what if this is an illusion that I'm holding on to? When I got back to the temple after 4 months, everything flooded back as confirmation that all those processes that made me feel like I was centered in my life, that I was empowered in my choices, that I could be certain in the perspectives and understandings that I have, that I could trust my inner voice, magnified, just reconfirmed everything. It never left me. The only thing that left me was this certainty because of a nagging sense of disbelief about the beauty and amazement that I have found here. It's so wonderful to come back and step right back into the process without having missed anything. The work continued on without a glimmer of difficulty from where I left off when I was last here. So one thing that's been interesting for me in ceremony is taking my Western medical training as a guide for what unfolds in ceremony. And it's an interesting combination of certainties and wonders. I have a pretty intricate knowledge of anatomy and physiology. I'm a radiologist, so I'm a professional anatomist. And during ceremony, I can feel the healing energies of the Icaros saturating my different organ systems, and I can feel them uniquely when they're working. I can say, oh my gosh, that's my liver, or that's my thyroid gland, or that's my heart, or those are my lungs. I mean, it's amazing how often in ceremony I felt this healing going through different systems in my body that do correlate with systems as I understand them from a Western perspective. But in addition to that, there are sensations and understandings and feelings that sit above those organ system understandings that are, the only word I can think of is metaphysical, but they're not. They're not metaphysical. They're just different than the systems that we know and teach and understand from my Western perspective in medicine. I do know, with no doubt, that this is medicine. I feel very, very clearly, see, I understand, and I know that the work that's done here is cleansing, and it both heals emotional and spiritual issues, but even more, these clearings open up our physical bodies and are healing in ways that are manifest in terms of physical health. I'm actually very, very eager to continue to get to know more about how these systems can integrate with my understanding about medicine. I can say that it has unfolded in each of the 3 workshops I've done, and I know more now than I did when I arrived here. But I feel like I'm starting medical school all over again. I feel like a baby crawling again. There's a language, there's a diagnostic component, there is a treatment component, there's a surveillance component to all of these treatments. And I remember this feeling when I started medical school of, oh my God, there's no way I can ever understand enough to get by, much less all of it. And I have that feeling again, which is actually really exciting. It's very exciting for me. So yeah, that's something I look forward to continuing, is that integration of Western medicine and this traditional Shipibo Amazonian medicine. Yeah, they're going to be powerful together. I can already tell. The Temple of the Way of Light is a return to self. The experience that I've had here is one where I've been able to strip away all of the difficulties and pains and injuries to my spirit and my mind and my body accumulated through a lifetime. To find what's left is my true essence. A joyful, zestful, intelligent, vibrant, healthy, complete person, which is about as beautiful a hope as anybody can have.